Hi, this is Shay Veronica, and Jade ran away from home. And when I hear of young girls running away from home, you have to actually put yourself in a place where you can try to understand what sort of situation would make a young girl. She is 14. They have her listed in the news out of Barbados, and she is 14. Now let's imagine that it took a while for her to get to the point where she said, I'm going to run away from home. And let's say that she was thinking about it at 12. Just go with me on this. I do not live in her home. I do not know her mom, her dad, family members, but let's go with storytelling. Let's say at 12, she decides, I'm going to run away from home. At 12, do you remember being 12 years old? Could you imagine being out in the dark? Centipedes, millipedes, lizards, all kinds of crap that moves around in the night. You're not afraid of the dark? Where do you sleep? In the bush? On a bus bench? Where would you go when you run away and you're not going to family members' homes? Where would a 12-year-old, a baby, where would you go when you decide it's time for me to up and leave this place? What do? Do you roll a suitcase behind you? Do you put it in a sack and throw it over your shoulder? You know how we see it in the cartoons where, kids run away from home. They have that little sack with a stick and they're walking. I'm running away from... Where do you go as a girl? As a baby, where do you go when you decide to run away from home? And when the authorities put a label on you, they call you wayward. You become wayward. Where are you? Where are you sleeping? What kind of soap are you using to bathe? How are you still going to school? Where are you? Where do you go? And I wonder when babies run away from home in a small village or in a small island, aren't you up in arms about it? Aren't you like corralling and putting posters on every lamp post, every utility post? What are you doing when you hear a baby is sleeping out at night and you don't know where she is? Is it your stomach in knots? Is it your stomach in your throat? Aren't you having like acid influx when you burp? Is it there like acid burning your throat? A baby out on the street. What are you doing? And let's say that this child is being abused at home. Wouldn't that guy be dragged out and be saved by police interaction from being like strung out right there in the middle of the street? Wouldn't that person be a scourge on that earth, in that place? Would that person be able to spend the rest of his life in prison for making it enter into the mind of a teenager that she can no longer stay in that particular place, that she has to go out and venture out on the street? How would a teenager survive out on the streets alone? No money coming in, no nothing. And like I said, I'm going back to this now. If she is found to be with an adult man, because another teenage boy, he's not going to be able to help her. If she is found to be with an adult male, shouldn't that male be incarcerated for life? I beg Mia Mottley to revisit the laws that are in place in Barbados. I've begged her I've begged, I didn't ask, I've begged Mia Mottley or any administration in power in Barbados to raise the age of maturity for kids in Barbados. And I'm pleading again. This is a plea again. It is not normal for a young girl to be out on the streets in a government school because they found her. She was in jail, a government jail. They call it the government industrial school. It's like a jail for young people who cannot take it anymore. You cannot take it anymore. So you run away. You run away. And instead of them turning back to look at the reasons that child ran away, they punish the child. The child is being punished. And when you see anyone at that age on TikTok, don't share it. Do not share those TikTok videos because these kids are traumatized. They know no better. That is what, all they know is how to be abused or how to live within abuse. So do not share the videos of the young kids who are traumatized and who know no better. You have got to step up to help young people who are on the streets, who might be, not saying that she was being abused. I know she was, but I'm not saying it. For this video, I'm saying if the reason she ran away was that she was running from abuse, you have got to help those young kids on these streets, nowhere to live, running to older men to have some place to sleep, to have some money to buy food. You have got to make sure that whatever laws you have in place, put the adults away for life. There is no excuse. There is no excuse that a child is on the street and the parents are what? Just going along. They're just going along with their everyday lives and nothing happens. Nothing happens. Mia Mottley, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are a woman. You are a woman. Start to show that you care for the kids in Barbados. This is Sheriff Veronica.